Welcome back to another Workout Wednesday. This week we are going to go back to some of the content that we covered in our very first video that I did for the blog when it was Mini Moving Monday. We are going back to the breath. And in this post you'll find lots of information, including a link to that very first video on breathing, about the benefits of breathing, especially in regards to exercise and most specifically in regards to running. So today we are going to practice a yoga breathing technique called Dirga, Pranayama, or the three-part breath, in order to help us learn how to slow down and breathe more efficiently. This breathing practice has really helped me improve my running, and now I'm running some of my fastest times ever. And I've been running my whole life, and here at 36 and a half years old now, I'm putting up some of my best times just because I know how to most efficiently breathe while I exercise. So the first thing that we generally want people to do before they begin the Dirga Pranayama is to spend a few moments in that breath awareness, which is what the first video is about. After you've had a chance to kind of close your eyes, tune inward, and listen to how you're breathing, it'll give you a better idea of what needs to be fixed in order to improve your breathing. So in the three-part breath, we want to breathe into three areas of our body: the front side of our body, the lateral sides of our body, and the back of our body. And the reason we want to do this is because the way that the breathing pattern naturally works is that we all feel our chest rise and fall as we breathe. And if you've ever watched a baby sleep and breathe, you'll see their belly rise and fall as well. The diaphragm, as we inhale, presses down into our belly, pushing the organs forward, allowing the lungs to fill up to the front side of our body. Our ribs, which are normally a little bit closed, open up and spread out laterally. And then our back actually spreads apart some and allows oxygen in the lungs to spread out and fill into our back side of our body. So how do we make this happen? Well, we're going to start by closing our eyes and focusing on our breath on the front side of our body. I want you to place one hand here and one hand here on your chest and on your belly. Close your eyes, because when we close our eyes, we tune in better and don't pay attention to distractions as much. And as we close our eyes, we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, trying to push our hands out. And you may be able to see from the front side that my hands are both lifting out together. Generally, the chest lifts up and then the belly lifts up and then the belly lowers down and the chest lowers down. But I'm going to turn to the side now to allow you to see a little bit better on my inhales. And ideally, we'd like to spend about 5 to 6 breaths focused on moving the breath to the front side of the body. Next, we're going to move to the lateral part of the body and focus on our rib cage opening and closing as we breathe. So we're going to bring our fingertips to the front here so that they're a little bit touching, and you can wrap them around if that's what feels best to you. With each inhale, I want to feel the fingertips pull apart as I press the air outward with my lungs. With each exhale, I should feel them fall back in. So inhale. And you should still feel the chest and the belly rising here as well, but if not, we'll just focus on one element at a time. Finally, we're going to focus on breathing into our back. We want to feel that opening sensation between our shoulder blades with each inhale. There's not a really good tactile way for us to feel it, just as we've been doing with our hands on the ribs, the chest, and the belly. We could have somebody else lay their hand on our back for us. We can lay on our back, or an even more efficient way to force the breath to the back is to fold forward so that our chest is on our thighs and it forces us to move the breath to the back in order to get the deepest inhalation. Closing our eyes, let's try to just focus here on feeling the opening in the back. And if you'd like to try laying in a supine position as you do this in order to help feel your body rise up off of the floor and fall down into the floor with each inhale and exhale, that would probably be the easiest way for you to get that tactile sensation of the breath moving into the back. Again, as I said, in poses in yoga where we're in a folded position, it's really helpful to be able to back breathe. Ideally, we want to then put it all together. And imagine your torso or your abdominal cavity as a balloon. And every time we exhale, we're slowly letting the air out of that balloon so that it deflates down and in, coming into that tiny little balloon. And then as we inhale, we start to fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, and then it expands in all directions until it's a very nice large balloon. I hope that you will take some time to practice this Dirga Pranayama breath over the next week, and then try to incorporate a few breaths of your 3-part breath into an activity that you do this week. Whether you try to move the breath to all parts as you're doing some resistance training, in the warm-up of your run, in your Pilates exercise, in your yoga, anywhere that you can try to squeeze in a little Dirga Pranayama breath. Thank you, and I hope you have a great week ahead.